Hi, and thanks for checking out The Blender on scenestr TV. In previous episodes, we've started in Berlin and London and New Jersey, but today it's an all Aussie affair, and we are stoked that our headliner is none other than Tim Minchin.
Matt talks with Aussie metal destroyers Aversions Crown before we switch gears completely to check out some beautiful circus cabaret with Glitter Martini, and invite comedian Craig Quatermaine to give us his top 5 office tricks since going back to his day job. Now, we all missed out on Bluesfest this year, so come with us on a journey to Tiagra Tea Tree Farms where we relive the fun and freedom of Bluesfest, including a backstage a cappella jam with Sahara Beck and her band.
But first, here's Jesse with 2-time Olivier Award-winning, member of the Order of Australia, actor, writer, musician, composer, comedian, Tim Minchin.
Hey guys, today I am joined by comedian, actor, writer, musician, director, and just all-round great guy, Tim Minchin, who's got a new song coming out, I'll Take Lonely Tonight, from his upcoming album, Apart Together. First of all, how are you, Tim?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, Jesse?
Great, thank you so much.
Good.
Tell me a little bit about I'll Take Lonely Tonight. I understand that you have already sung it for audiences pre-coronavirus.
When did I start my back tour? Was beginning of last year, so I played it a lot. And I really noticed to quite a surprising degree how much people were connecting with it. It's a song about trying not to cheat on your partner, basically. Well, it's about temptation, really, and it's a love song of sorts. People really connected to it. So now that we're putting my record out much more slowly because everything's changed, we decided this would be a cool single to put out second. Part of the experience of being someone who travels a lot and is in a long-term relationship is that every now and then you'll sort of be partying with people or having fun, and you'll suddenly go, oh, shit, I've been flirting with this person and it was fun, and now I've gone a little bit further down the path than I meant to, or when I was younger, I think I really sort of did it deliberately because I think my self-esteem was a bit funny. So I was like, I want to know that people want to shag me, When you try and write a song, you try to get to the core of something that people can relate to. So although it's about an experience I certainly have had experience with, it's also primarily a song. The structure always ends up leading the art as much as actual life, A lot of songwriters, songwriters I adore and respect, the way they write songs is more like an artist painting an abstract, There's words that everyone relates to, but really you bring your own experiences to the canvas. It's not telling you how to feel, whereas my songs are like, you have to feel like this. My mission always is to try and tell stories or illuminate subjects in a way that makes people go, that's exactly how it is, I've just never heard it expressed like that. Or that's exactly how it is, but I just never thought of it like that before. I'm sick to death of people rhyming love with dove and saying you went off like a fucking firework. No, you didn't. It's just like I want to try and get to the root of stuff a bit more, I've been trying to make this record for 20 years and I keep getting distracted by writing musicals and doing alien stuff. And when you've been trying to do it for so long, there's a lot of pressure and in the end, actually, I haven't felt much pressure. I've just gone, record some songs and see what it is. But we've been doing it for a couple of years. I've been going into the studio, putting down tracks, and then going off on tour or having to film something. And
you touched briefly on your sort of contribution to musical theatre with Matilda and Groundhog Day. I'm interested to know if you think that those shows have in any way changed how you write or see music outside of musical theatre?
I have always written music for theatre before I did any of this. I first wrote a score for theatre when I was 17. You're so used to writing songs from the point of view of whatever character you're trying to represent and to illuminate a world that is not yours, that you get all these skills, but it does make it hard to go, well, what do I want to write about? Especially now I'm like a privileged middle-aged white guy, like, who gives a I think it's a fair representation of all the shit I've done, The pop songs of the day, what we now call jazz standards, come from musicals and musical films. And actually, interestingly, Lonely Tonight has a lot of its roots in all my experience playing jazz piano in piano bars or jazz standards. And yet it sounds like an epic freaking pop song because I didn't want it to swing. I wanted it to drive. So, yeah, I'm proud of and happy I have that background. My album for 20 years and right up till now has always had to fall in the gaps between my obligations.
So do you ever feel a responsibility as someone with a pretty damn impressive body of work to continue at a certain level?
I thought you were going to say pretty damn impressive body. I feel a huge amount of pressure to do stuff from myself. The same thing that made me do stuff all along sometimes feels a bit like, oh, dude, like, who are you trying to prove this? Like, what's this about? Why are you... Because I work a lot and I really, really care about making good stuff. I know hundreds of thousands of people listen to my record, whereas millions of people have watched my comedy, and I don't think that won't adjust what I do next.
I just wanted to close things off by asking you if you could write a song for teenage Tim to give him an idea of what is to come in the future, what would it be called?
Don't worry about money. I thought I might be able to write a bit of music for a local theatre company or play in piano bars. I felt ambitious, but I didn't really believe it. So I'm being facetious about that song title, but part of me wants to say, well, actually, it should be called Brace Yourself. Because if 25-year-old me knew that 35-year-old me was going to be playing Wembley and Albert Hall and playing with orchestras, he would have shat his trousers, because it got scary, fun but scary.
Tim is the perfect example of an Aussie act on an international stage. Now, apparently Hell Will Come For Us All, at least that's the name of the new album from metal act Aversions Crown. Matt spoke with guitarist Mick Jeffrey about the upcoming album and slated tour in December.
Mick Jeffrey from Aversions Crown, thank you so much for joining me on The Blender.
No worries, man. Thanks for having me.
Hell Will Come For Us All. What a title, by the way, Mick. So, look, I'd love to hear from you. I guess a bit of the background about making the album, some of the guiding themes and ideas that go with it as well.
Obviously, the big change on this album is our new vocalist coming into the picture. So this is our first record with our new singer, Tyler Miller. When it came down to choosing who was going to be the vocalist for not only the album and, probably the foreseeable future, Tyler was just a standout for us. And, yeah, we were super stoked to work on the album with him. And he brought whole heaps of different ideas and stuff like that to anything we'd done previously, and really liked the way he was approaching the songwriting. Yeah, it was really cool for us to kind of just breathe a whole new life into the band.
Hell Will Come For Us All is a truly brutal album, beginning to end, I've got to say, having gotten a preview listen to it. I think you guys have achieved something really, really fantastic on this album.
To me, it's our kind of most sort of focused and polished album we've done. And yeah, I'm super stoked with everything on it.
How have you found the fan response just having only that social media sort of interaction?
It's always going to be hard to kind of bring out material with a new vocalist and all that kind of stuff. And people are expecting one thing, which is cool because that's what we've been doing for however long. And then we come out with something that's a bit left of center. We have a new frontman. We've kind of released singles that steer away from the sci-fi and alien themes that the band has done previously. So kind of did that on purpose because we are moving away from exclusively doing that, I guess. I know what it's like when you're a fan of a band and they change their sound and you're not ready for it or expecting it. So we kind of knew that was going to happen to some degree, but we also think that those people, when they hear the full record and they hear, okay, it's still got all the stuff they used to do, plus there's some new ideas, new themes, some new sounds in there as well. And I think people will kind of understand, what the band's done, where it's heading. And yeah, I think people are going to really enjoy this album front to back. We haven't strayed that far from what we were doing, I don't think. Musically, it's still brutal death metal at the end of the day. And it's not like we've written a pop album or anything like that. But if we had have done another complete sci-fi themed album, a lot of these fans probably would have just gone, oh, this is the same stuff again. And I think a lot of these songs are going to translate really well to the stage, and it's a shame that it'll be a while till we can do it. But yeah, these songs are really going to hit hard in the live scene. So
Mick Jeffrey from Aversions Crown, thank you so much for your time, and we can't wait to see you guys back on the road, and best of luck with Hell Will Come For Us All.
Aversions Crown's new record is definitely a brutal ride, and with a new frontman, they clearly focused on the next chapter of the band.
Did you know that every state in Australia has a fringe festival except for Queensland? Aww. But don't be sad. Queensland has an Anywhere Festival, which is basically like Fringe, but it's anywhere and everywhere. In homes, restaurants, phone boxes, shipyards. Jessie went to see Glitter Martini, Darcy, on the Gold Coast as she warmed up for her Anywhere Festival social distancing slumber party.
Hey guys, so I'm here with Darcy Boatswain. So tell us a little bit about Glitter Martini.
So Glitter Martini is my independent circus company that runs on the Gold Coast. We were meant to be part of Anywhere Theatre Festival, but of course it got cancelled along with everything else. So now we've moved on to doing shows in an online format via Zoom.
Cool, and so tell us a little bit about what's going on here and what you'll be performing for us.
So I'm going to be performing a snippet of my one of my previous shows on an aerial lyra, which is this guy right here, which is a circus discipline.
Thank you so much, Darcy, and take it away.
Bring us a dream, make her the cutest I've ever seen. Give her two lips like roses and clover, and tell her that her lonely nights are over. Oh, Sandman, I'm so alone, don't have nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make her the cutest that I've ever seen. Give her two lips like roses and clover, and tell her that her lonely nights are over. Bring us a dream, make her the cutest I've ever seen. Give her two lips like roses and clover, and tell her that her lonely nights are over. Oh, Sandman, I'm so alone, don't have nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam, Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
That was really beautiful, Darcy. Thank you so much for performing that for us. So tell me a little bit about what goes into putting a performance like this together.
Yep, so lots and lots of practice. For one, I've been doing this sport slash art form for about 10 years. And when I choreograph something, I generally start with the music, listen to it, and just kind of have a play around with what choreography works for the music, and then kind of critically analyze it and build it from there.
So what is it about aerial circus arts in general that really gets you going and excites you?
I think it's a combination between the artistry of it and the expression of it, and the amount of discipline that you need to put into being able to physically do something like this, because it is physically difficult as well as being artistic and beautiful and all of that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Darcy, and best of luck with the Anywhere Festival shows. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Cool. Really beautiful stuff. There's still time to book tickets to see that performance as part of Anywhere Festival. So, for those of us heading back to an office environment, it's time to dust off the cobwebs. When Aussie comedian Craig Quatermaine isn't cracking funnies on the comedy circuit, he holds down an office job. Here are his 5 top office tricks, which get him through.
Hi, my name's Craig Quatermaine. I am a comedian, and as of COVID-19 now, I am a video journalist working back from home. And here are my top 5 tactics I've learnt since going back to the day job. Number 1, we are having a lot of meetings via Zoom. And there's something I've noticed when the the very unfunny boss makes a joke, you will see a few sycophants do this one. Leaning back to laugh during a Zoom meeting makes you a fake Your boss isn't that funny, stop doing it, we know what you're up to. Tactic number 2. Since we're having all of our meetings via Zoom, there's always that one person whose only contribution is we need to open up a dialogue. That person has no idea what your meeting is about and what you guys are up to. Tactic number 3 isn't so much a new tactic, it's more reflecting and missing those people that used to volunteer to do the coffee run, because now they have to work that extra 20 minutes. Tactic number 4. There's always that person that is willing to offer to arrange the next Zoom meeting. That doesn't mean you don't have to do anything the next meeting. And tactic number 5, and the things that I've learned since having to go back to the day job, there is a certain kind of person who will CC everybody into a group email when they think they are completely in the right and they can make a bit of a prick out of you. When it turns out that that person is incorrect, they will only email you directly back to apologize. I hope those people get the very first and strongest case of COVID-20. My name's Craig Quatermaine. Peace.
Nice one, Craig. Looking forward to seeing you back on the circuit soon. The world shut down about 5 minutes before Bluesfest 2020 was about to erupt. But 2021's event has been confirmed, and so to remember what was and what will be, we open the scenestr TV vault to the time we spent a week at Bluesfest.
Hey there, welcome back to scenestr TV. I'm Kate Atkinson and I'm here at Bluesfest 2016 and I'm going to show you everything that you've been missing out on for the last 5 days.
Brings us to Bluesfest, the amazing music and the atmosphere.
Well, we've always wanted to come here, haven't we? It's been on the bucket list for a while.
Loving it. St. Paul and the Broken Bones just crushed it.
I love Byron. This place is beautiful.
View everything that's possible, walk around and just enjoy the music.
It's really, really fun. Good music, good people, having fun.
It's my first time, so just with these guys from uni, to seeing Kendrick and D'Angelo and a few other big acts.
This would be my 9th year.
It is.
It's my 4th year.
4th year. These 2 ladies in the end, 12.
12, yeah.
Second. So we slowly get all the friends to come up.
The Pierce brothers, they were really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, St. Paul and the Broken Bones were like incredible.
They were wicked. Yeah. Great band. Highlight of the festival, I'd say.
Well, St. Paul's and the Broken Bones were great. The Wailers were great. Diggin' Roots were really good too. And Blackberry Smoke.
I'm definitely excited for Narco tonight.
My favourite for the whole thing is going to be Brian Wilson, I think, from the Beach Boys. It's going to be the best. And Tom Jones. Tom Jones is going to be unbelievable. Cannot wait.
Tom Jones, really want to see, and UB40. Yeah.
Hey, scenestr TV, we're going to do a little mashup of Elvis and a little bit of Sahar Beck and the Po' Boys. All right. Well, that's all right now, Mama, and that's all right with you.
The day, I think, or something like that. And so there wasn't as many like stages to compete with, I guess. So yeah, but there was a lot of people and they were all really excited. It was great energy. Oh, like the whole week actually, just to see like Kendrick Lamar, D'Angelo, and so many awesome acts that were here.
I just saw the Blind Boys of Alabama come in, and I want to say hello so bad.
It all just like works really perfectly. It's just the biggest amount of luck that I am so grateful that we've had. I want to see the Cat Empire.
Yeah, the Cat Empire.
BigTime.com.
All right, so we're here with Jumps today. A couple of hours before your show here at Bluesfest. What's going through your mind? How are you feeling?
Just good to be here, you know, like just all memories. Every time we rock up, you know, all the memories come flooding back. I think I've lost count how many times we've been here. I think it's 6 or 7, and yeah, it's great. Like, you know, we've sort of grown up with Bluesfest as well, so yeah, it's good to be here. We're over the moon, like, you know, just, you know, we're so thankful for the fans. Like, we have such an incredible group of fans who supporting us literally from day one, and they're still with us, and you know, it really is a credit to them.
What a wild 5 days it's been here at Bluesfest this year. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next year for another round.
LP, who was meant to appear at Bluesfest in March, is confirmed to be returning next year. That is all from us this week, guys. If you like what you've seen, why not subscribe below to check out more content from around Australia every week. Bye, guys.
See you then.